Making adjustments to the accelerator pedal is a fairly simple process, and today we're going to go over all the possible adjustments that you can make. The first and most obvious adjustment is the height of the pedal face. If you want to adjust the height of the pedal face, all you have to do is loosen these two bolts and then two on the opposite side. And then once they're loose, you just press up or down. And then once you're done with the adjustment, tighten the bolts back up. The next adjustment is pretty straightforward. If you want to change the position of the pedal face, all you have to do is take out these two bolts, move it to any position you like, and then put the bolts back in. So once you've decided on the position of the pedal face, you may want to adjust how much travel the pedal arm actually has. In order to do that, it's fairly simple. All you have to do is adjust this little bolt right here in the front. When you screw that in, you'll have less pedal travel. When you screw it out, you'll have more pedal travel. So let me show you something on the back side that's fairly important. On the back side of the adjustment screw, there's a little nut right here. You'll want to make sure that that nut is tight at all times. Otherwise, this bolt will eventually back out. Right now, the pedal is set to max travel, so let me show you how much travel you actually have. And that's quite a bit of travel. Now I'm going to turn the adjustment screw all the way in and show you how much less travel you actually have. Alright, so now the adjustment screw has been adjusted all the way in. That's quite a bit less. So let's talk for a second about tension. Some people prefer a much harder throttle pedal, and some people prefer a much lighter throttle pedal. So we've tried to accommodate both. As you can see, there are 5 possible tension adjustments. The top hole is for the hardest tension, and the bottom hole is for the lightest tension. One thing to be aware of is that there are spacers on either side of the tie rod, here and here. These spacers need to be returned to the same position each time you make a tension adjustment. But keep in mind, it may be a little bit tricky to try to get your fingers in there to hold the spacer in place while you put the bolt back in. Before making a tension adjustment, you're going to want to loosen these two bolts. And the reason for that is simple. This back plate is on a swivel. Once you're done making the adjustment, tighten the two bolts back up. You can also make an adjustment to the potentiometer arm travel. As you can see, there are different holes for different positions. The top hole is for less travel and the bottom hole is for more travel. Keep in mind that when we start to sell these pedals, this arm will not be made of plastic. It'll be made of solid aluminum. There's also a set screw so that you can keep the arm tight on the potentiometer shaft. Some people prefer the pedal arm straight up and down, and some people like to have it at an angle. In order to change the position of the pedal arm, you need to adjust 2 nuts. One here, and one right here. If you like the pedal arm in a more straight up and down position, you need to move these 2 nuts backwards. If you like to have the pedal arm at an angle, you need to move these 2 nuts forwards. But keep in mind, changing the position of the pedal arm also changes the position of the potentiometer arm. Also, the further back you have the pedal, the less travel you have. Well, that covers just about all the adjustments that you can make. I'm sure you guys are still going to have a lot of questions. If you do have questions, leave me a comment or contact me in the forums. We'll see you next time.